Premier is here. Premier Heating and Air service calls are now only $69. Your first pound of Freon is free. And if you need a new replacement system, Premier Heating and Air is now offering 60 months financing at 0% on all new AC systems. Premier also offers great second chance financing. Log on to dublin.premierishere.com and let's get things cooled down today. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company with approved credit. Offer expires 8/31/2024.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Team Lawrence. I'm your host, Pat Brock, the Public Information Officer for Lawrence County Schools. And it is the first day of school, and we are here on the east side here, and this Falcon Pride is beaming. We've got Mr. Keldrick Burke here, the head principal of East Lawrence High School. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, Miss Pat. How are you?
Doing well. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Man, this is year 2 for you.
It is.
Give us a little after-action review of how your first year was here in the position that you are in and what we're looking forward to in this year.
Yeah, my first year was a big learning experience for me. Learned a lot, came in probably like 2 days before school got ready to get started. But there's a lot of people that helped me that, lended a hand in terms of helping me learn everything the East way and things like that. And but this year, I feel comfortable. As soon as I came in this morning, I thought about it. I said, man, it feels, I'm not nervous.
Right.
It feels great. I feel relaxed. I'm excited about this year, so sure. We're ready to go.
Last year, as I recall, you hit the ground running.
Yep.
And here it is, and the things that you implemented and how you really brought the East Lawrence family together.
Absolutely.
That was a whole process for you, because I think that, when you think about the things that you were wanting to accomplish, building that rapport, building those relationships, getting some things solidified, with your 3%, you really made sure that you are having all your I's dotted and your T's crossed.
Yeah, and we came in, even in my interview process, kind of laid out a plan of how we wanted to go about, rolling everything out here on the east side. Last year, I was solely focused on the school culture and getting in that 3% at one team, one family, one East mantra that we have here. And it's not something that we just talk about. Right. I think you can feel that when you come in our building. And so we really, I think we did a great job in terms of creating the atmosphere and the culture that we wanted here on the east side. And now this year we transitioned to instruction. And that's our focus this year, is improving the instruction here that's going on in our classrooms with our kids and with our teachers. So we're excited about that work. Yep. I feel like I told my teachers when they got back the other day, I said it feels like a Friday night football game, just coming and getting them back in the building. And today is like game day for our kids. So it feels great. I'm excited.
I've said this before in other shows that, we have so many of our leaders here in this district that were also coaches.
Yep, absolutely.
And so you bring that coaching mentality of, that teamwork makes the dream work. Yep. And how much does your style in coaching have to do with your style as a principal here? Oh,
it's the foundation of everything I do as a leader. I have a coach-style leadership. I'm always seeking constant improvement, growth. I have a growth mindset. So just like in ball, you always try to figure out where to position your players so they could be successful. And that's the approach that I take with my teachers. How can I position them? How can I give them the resources that they need to make sure that our kids get what they need? So it's great, very relational person. And so my staff is, they're a great staff. They work hard. And my job is just to make sure I keep everybody in their lane, so they can do kind of like, be the best version of themselves.
For sure.
Yeah.
And, and I love the fact of the structure of how you lead. Yep. And how you really look at that whole individual and like you say, really trying to put in those pieces, those missing pieces, and fill in those gaps so that you can be that one team, one family, one East. Now you've got some big things, personally that are taking place in your life, don't you?
I do.
Now you've moved to Dublin. Yeah, that's a big deal for you and your family.
Yep, we moved my sons, because I didn't move my kids right when we got the job, because everything happened so fast. So I didn't want to kind of just bombard them with all this movement. So we kind of waited. I let them finish the year in Wilkinson County. And they finished on May the 24th over there, and we moved over to Dublin May the 25th. So we're here. This is our home now, and because I really wanted everybody to understand that we're all in Lawrence County on the east side, and making sure that we really be a part of the community here. So we're also, my wife is pregnant. We have 3 boys. So now we're pregnant with a baby girl. She's due in September. So we're getting ready for that. As you spoke about earlier, I get to be a girl dad now.
Yes.
And I know that's going to be new. And I've always said I needed a girl to kind of soften me up, because I'm always, getting after my boys and things like that. So we're excited about that.
Well, I mean, this is great for not just your family, but great for our family. And everybody's able to see that you're such a family man.
Absolutely.
But you're also so very focused, and your foundation is so solid. And it shows, the street committees out there, they're talking about you. There's a word on the street that Burke is bringing it together. And just loving the fact that you're creating a culture, you're creating a sense of pride. You're bringing the pride back for the Falcons, and we can see it's permeating throughout this city. And so that's a wonderful thing, something you should absolutely be proud of. Yeah. Now, you've got a lot of new people. You got people coming in. You've got people switching over. Talk to us. I know you got your handy-dandy list here, your little cheat sheet. Yeah. That's all right. We want to make sure that we've got everybody's name on there. Yeah. So give us a little overview. Tell us who you got here.
So we have Catherine Ray, Jamie Blanchett, Jesse Hicks, Jeremiah Hicks, Melanie Walden, Jackie Anderson, Jed Jarrett, Heather Spear, Ryan Selvey, Kelly Langford, all coming over. Now, it sounds like a lot, but we kind of moved a lot of things around. We brought some people that used to be here, brought them back. Yeah. I got a new instructional coach in Ms. Spear. As you know, Mr. Coach Hicks, we hired him back in December, as our head football coach, and he brought on Ryan Selby. He brought on his son, Jeremiah Hicks. We also had a teacher retire on us in May, well, actually in June. So we had some teachers in-house that could move, but her daughter, who was certified, just received her certification to teach. So we hired her daughter, and her daughter replaced her, and she replaced another teacher that we lost. So all the pieces kind of came into place and kind of made sure it kept us. I feel like I know we're fully staffed, and we're often ready to go with those new teachers. Well,
we're excited about the great things happening here and the new people you've got in. We're going to get a chance to talk with a few of them today as we mingle around the halls here at East Lawrence High School. Is there any new changes that you have that you want to make sure that the community knows about?
No, really, our biggest thing is our attendance. Our student attendance is the biggest thing that we want to make sure that we feel like we need our community to help us with. It's just not, I want everybody to understand here in East Dublin that this is a partnership between the school and the community, and we need all hands on deck in terms of making sure our kids show up every single day. Our attendance was, not where we wanted it to be at the end of last year, so my challenge to the community is to simply just send our kids to school. Don't make school an option. Make it something that they have to do. And if you need us, just call us. If we'll partner with you, we'll help you get these kids to school, whatever we need to do to make it happen, because we do feel like if they can get through our doors, we can instruct them like we need to.
That's right.
That's the biggest thing.
And and that's where it comes to building those relationships and building that rapport when you have the parents buy in. Things that have to take place here from the administration on down, once the parents are buying in, once the parents are on board, that should make it much easier for us all when there are different things that need to take place with our kids.
Yeah, and so our we're always trying to be 3% better every single day, and we do have a focus on the 3% better. In the term every day, we mean every day. So 3 areas of focus that we have this year is increasing our instruction, increasing our attendance, and also increasing relationships throughout our staff and our community. So that relationship piece, that third focus for us is really big, because we want the community to know that's what we're trying to. So we're trying to build those relationships. We want to partner with our community because we feel like that'll help us get over the hump in terms of where we want to be as a school.
That's right, and of course, you're doing something big. You know, you're having the district tailgate here where you're hosting that, and that's definitely bringing the staff here of Lawrence County Schools, really showing us that Team Lawrence spirit for the scrimmage game between East and West, so that's going to be a huge thing. Can't wait to be a part of that.
Yep, that's going to be big. That's this Friday. We're starting our tailgate. It's pretty much a district-wide tailgate. We wanted to invite all the schools and staff and their families just to come out and just help us celebrate this rivalry between West Lawrence and East Lawrence. We hadn't played each other in, I think it's been about 5 or 6 years. You know, we understand the competitive side of it, but we're still one team here in Lawrence County, and we just want to kind of bring everybody together and, you know, just have some fun, hang out, fellowship, and just watch these boys who have worked hard all summer play.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for everything that you bring to the table, Mr. Burke. It's always a pleasure walking through these doors, just feeling the energy that you have, and from the leadership on down, that's trickling. And I just hope it just keeps trickling. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the principal here at East Lawrence High School. This is Mr. Keldrick Burke.
Well, trucking is a 7 days a week, 24 hours a day operation. So there's a tremendous need for the logistics field, for drivers and mechanics to work on. Fred had a desire to be a mechanic. We encouraged him to seek some additional training that's offered through OFTC, which he did. What he learned at OFTC has just taken his job and his performance to another level.
We invite y'all to come down to Holy Smokes Barbecue, Dublin's fresh everyday barbecue source. 1100 Hillcrest Parkway, 272 Ribs. You can place your orders online, DublinBBQ.com. We're all about faith, family, and friends. And remember, life's too short to eat bad barbecue. We're so thankful for you, Dublin. You guys have been so good to us, and we just want to invite you guys just to come on and experience what we think good barbecue is.
All right, we've got the new instructional coach with us here, Miss Heather Spears. How are you, darling?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, nice to see you, and congratulations on your new position.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited to be back home.
I bet you are. So give us a little history. Tell people about yourself, your family, and you in education, and how you got to, well, where you started, and now here where you are now.
Okay. My name is Heather Spear. I graduated from West Lawrence. However, I started teaching several years ago. This is my 9th year in education. I taught 1 year at Dublin Middle School. Then I had the opportunity to come to East Lawrence Elementary, where I taught 5th grade math and science. And most recently, I was teaching 8th grade math at West Lawrence Middle School. And so now this is my first year here at East Lawrence High School as the instructional coach. And I'm excited to be back home, and I'm excited to have the black and gold and be a Falcon again.
Look at you, girl. And you know, when you think about when you first started in education, what has changed about you, Heather, in the way that, for one, your work in the classroom, and then to where you are now? What's changed?
Education has changed so much since I've started. With COVID, things totally changed altogether. I am a small group teacher, and a lot of times people don't think that's necessary, especially when you leave elementary school and you move on up, but kids are kids, man, and they love having that small group interaction. And so teaching in that manner and allowing our students to work with us one-on-one and really get to know us, and for us to get to know them, building that positive relationship is the foundation for anything you do in education.
Look at that. And now here you go, girl. You're out of the classroom. You're working with the teachers as this instructional coach. Tell us what that entails for you, and how everything that you've learned by being in the classroom has helped you to be able to do the job that you're doing now.
Yes, ma'am. So my main job, my main goal is to support teachers. When I think back to my earlier years when I first started teaching, had it not been for the support staff and the support of instructional coaches and mentor teachers who stood in the gap for me and helped me and guided me along the way, I wouldn't be here today. And so having that opportunity to be that teacher, to be that person, at the end of the day, I'm still a teacher. Yeah. I'll always be a teacher. And so having that opportunity to support teachers and help them as they are making the professional decisions within their classroom, because they're the experts. I just have the background knowledge of good teaching practices. Yeah. And so taking that and helping them monitor our students so that they're successful, because at the end of the day, our goal is to produce lifelong learners who are ready to be successful in the real world.
For sure. Spoken talking like a true educator. And now just getting ready for this week, you know, with the pre-planning and getting these teachers prepared, how has that been?
It's been very different. It's been very different because, you know, as a teacher, we know what to do. We know how to get our classroom ready. I know what paperwork needs to go home on the first day. But things are different this year, for me at least. And so a lot of that is just making sure my teachers have what they need. Hey, did you get this paper? Did you forget that? It's fine if you did. Here, let me go grab it for you. And just being that extra set of support staff for our teachers.
That is so good. And now here it is, you know, East Lawrence High School, Mr. Burke, he's doing great things here with the students and with the staff, and now you're a part of that team.
Yes.
Is there anything you'd like to add with us today?
I'm just so excited to be here at East Lawrence High School. I'm excited to be back home. These students in this building were my first group of students I taught at East Lawrence Elementary. So my very first set of babies are seniors this year. It makes me feel really old. But man, Miss Pat, I tell you what, Friday when they came through these halls, and they didn't know me as Miss Spear, they knew me as Miss Harrison. They came through these halls and they couldn't believe it. And that made me so excited because somehow or another there was an impact made. And so just getting that opportunity to love on these students in a different light, in a different time, has been a fabulous first start to the school year.
And you know, that's where it truly makes sense. So like all of your work, a lot of times when you do things, you don't know how effective you are until here it is. This thing has come full circle.
Yes, ma'am.
Your
Yes,
babies are
ma'am.
no longer babies.
They're no longer babies.
And you're going to be able to witness them grow, especially this senior year.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's something so special. All right. It's so good chatting with you.
I love talking with you, Miss Pat.
I'm so very proud of you.
Thank you, thank you.
Proud of the work that you do, proud of what you've already done for these young people and what is yet to come. So East Lawrence is definitely fortunate to have you as their new instructional coach.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the lovely Heather Spear. We've got Mr. Jeremiah Hicks with us here, one of our new paraprofessionals. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Doing well, or should I say coach?
Yeah, coach would be good.
We done got two Coach Hicks in this building on one shot.
Yes, ma'am.
Jeremiah, give us a little background about you, okay, about your family, school, and what made you decide to want to go into, for one, education, but also coaching.
So basically, I'm born and raised in Millersville, Georgia. I graduated from Benedict College. I also played football at Benedict. I have an older sister that also graduated from Albany State University. And the reason I wanted to get into education because I just wanted to help kids. I played with football players who really probably didn't make it out or just stayed in Millersville. So I just wanted to be the one to build a bridge for any other kid.
Why do you sound like your daddy?
I don't know.
You know, his dad is the head football coach here at East Lawrence High School, and he's now part of the staff. Have you not been a part of the staff before with your dad? This is your first time, isn't it?
So yes, this is my very first time coaching with my dad. I did coach last year at a school in Columbia, South Carolina, but this is a great opportunity to coach with my dad, and they say he's one of the best, so why not?
Why not? This apple didn't fall far from the tree. And for you, just kind of getting yourself prepared for this year, you know, with the pre-planning and really getting acclimated to things here at East Lawrence. How has that journey been for you? Have there been any challenges, or has it been smooth sailing for you with Mr. Burke at the helm?
So far, it's been smooth sailing. Like I said, with my dad being here and with Mr. Burke being a great help, it's been awesome so far.
All right. Now, so you're one of the football coaches. Now, tell us what your job specifically will be with the Falcons.
So basically, right now I'm coaching the linebackers and the running backs right now. So.
And what position were you?
I was a linebacker in high school.
Oh,
and
Lord.
college.
So, Jeremiah, so here it is, man. You had too long took your shoulder pads off.
Right.
And so coming in, and now you're coaching.
Right now.
How much of an advantage is that because of the fact that you recently, it hasn't been long since you stopped playing? Right. What advantages you have in that so that you can help these players?
So basically, like you said, just me and the fact that I just got finished playing football is a real great advantage. So these kids will know where exactly I can put them in right places to make great plays.
Yeah. And do you ever sometimes get a little frustrated and have to realize, you got to realize, Jeremiah, that they're young. Some of them are, some of them first now starting out.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And some of them don't know the game as well as how you know it. Yes, do you feel like you have to pull back just a little bit?
Yeah, my dad has to sometimes tell tell me to calm down a little bit, but I get a little frustrated. But I mean, they are young, and I was young at one point, so I got to realize that and calm down, maybe just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Jeremiah, man, you are living the dream here. You are living the dream. You know, what's beautiful is when young people go off to college to play a sport and to be able to come back or go to a school after graduation and actually teach that sport to help other young people. I mean, what a great benefit that is for them, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. It's great. It's great.
All right, talk to us about classroom. How's it in the classroom for you? This is the first day, so we know you're fresh out the gate.
Yes, ma'am. So far it's been great. The kids been great. The students here, I really connected with some of them so far. So it's pretty good so far.
Pretty good so far.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything that you want to make sure that the people of Dublin Lawrence County know about you? Because right now they're like, hey, that's Coach Hicks' son. That's Lil Hicks. You know, because even though you're here coaching with your dad, there's still a Jeremiah. Like, this is still you forging your own path. What do you want to make sure that you say to the people of Dublin Lawrence County? And what do you want to say to the parents of these kids that you have been entrusted with?
So basically, I just want to say just keep guiding them in the right direction. I'm going to try to do my best to get them where they need to be, but let's just keep guiding them and keep striving the best way we can.
All right. And even if he gets a little intense, he gonna dial it back.
Yes,
he gonna reel it back in. Well, listen, Coach, so excited to have you a part of Team Lawrence and the Falcons. We know that you're gonna bring such wisdom at your young age. You've got a lot of wisdom because you've been there, you've done that, you've gotten the T-shirt for it, and now here it is, and you can see the potential in some young men, and you're able to help hone in on that. So we're excited for it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Coach Jeremiah Hicks.
The weather's heating up here in Middle Georgia, and the deals are hot at Dublin Nissan. So when you come in, look for the red tag specials like this Nissan Altima or the new Restyle 2024 Frontier. So come into Dublin Nissan during our red tag sale and take advantage of 0% financing or up to $10,000 savings off of MSRP.
At Dublin Nissan, get rates as low as 0% financing on the 24 Rogue.
And remember, Don sells Nissans well, only at Dublin Nissan.
I'm Heath Richter, and we just want to invite everybody to come on down to the Houston Clinic and check us out at our new facility. We've been in Dublin for a while now, obviously, but have a new office here, and we'd just like you to come down and see some of the new stuff we're offering. And if you need to get checked out, we'd be glad to do that for you. We've got able to do some ultrasound-guided injections now and physical therapy and just a little bit better space, so hopefully we can get you in and out of here a little bit quicker.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin.
As you can see, these are our digs right here for Mr. Ryan Selby, one of the new coaches, and he's teaching health and PE here. Welcome to the Falcon family.
Yes, ma'am. I'm glad to be here.
You know, most people don't know you around here. So this is your opportunity. We need to know about your family, about your mom and them, where you come from. Talk to us about where you went to school, and of course your time as an athlete. And then we're gonna come to where we are right now. Okay. We're gonna bring it around full circle.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So I'm Ryan Selby from Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised. I attended North Atlanta High School, class 2012. I attended the Albany State University, go Rams, where I played college football. Have a beautiful wife, Anjanae Selby. She's also a teacher at Northwest. We have an amazing son, Raiden Selby. He'll be 9 months next Friday on the 16th, so that's a blessing. This is my 6th year teaching and coaching. For the last 4 years, I taught and coached at Hepzibah. It's in Augusta. And then the 2 years prior to that, I was at ARC in Lincoln County.
Look at you, man. You've been around the block, haven't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And then Anjanae is the cheer coach here.
Yes,
Make sure you let them know
Yes,
that.
my wife is also the head cheerleading coach on the east side.
And she cheered at Albany State as well.
Yes, ma'am, she did.
So y'all met in college.
Yes.
Look at you, college sweethearts. We love it. We love it. Talk to us about your experience as an athlete and how your experience helps you to do the job that you're doing now here at East Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am. So as an athlete, especially me being closer in age to the boys, not too far removed, it's been not even 10 years since I played college football. So really teaching the kids just the grind of football, but also being an athlete first is the most important. So we're not trying to just teach them to be athletes, but kind of build young men as well, because with God, you can do anything.
Anything's possible. And of course, you're here in this weight room, and a lot of times that weight room, that's where they get the strength that they need in order to be able to be a force on that field.
Yes, ma'am. This is where it starts. So a lot of times, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears built in this weight room. A lot of time in spit here in the off season. This is where the kids are actually getting better. It's a great program, great facilities. It's a great county. So I'm just blessed to be in this position.
Man, we're blessed to have you and your wife here. So you guys have been getting at it this summer.
Yes, ma'am.
What things were you working on? For one, I know that being a new coach here, and of course this is Hicks' first year coaching here, what have you worked on to kind of build the team, the camaraderie between one another?
Yes, ma'am. Just building relationships, as our pillars are love, trust, loyalty, and respect. So Coach Hicks always says you got to win people before you can win games. So we're trying to just change the culture around here, teaching the kids not just to love each other, but also believe in themselves. So we've actually been putting a lot of work in, and it's going to be some great things happening on the east side.
And, and just hearing the way you speak, and you talking about, loving first. So you're looking at the whole man. Oh, yes, you're working with these boys from the inside out.
Yes, ma'am.
God.
We have to, because it's always good to have that coach that's going to push you to the next level. So that's why we're here.
And when you look at your schedule this year, how competitive is it, and how competitive do you all see that you're going to be within this region?
Oh, it's a very competitive schedule. Also some great teams in the region. We're going to do very well, so I'm excited for this season.
And getting acclimated to being here at East Lawrence High School, meeting your peers, your colleagues here this past week, just that, getting ready for the classroom. What was that like, and how's that been for you, of course, being under the tuteleship of Mr. Burke?
It's been great. I'm blessed to be in this position. Thank God for him bringing me and my family here. I also want to thank Lawrence County, Mr. Burke, Coach Hicks for giving us this opportunity. It's been a blessing. We just moved to the area about 2.5 weeks ago. So it's been a little adjusting, but it's also going well. It's coming around.
So I'm going to tell y'all this little funny story. We were at the new employee orientation, and so I'm going around taking pictures, and I see this pretty lady here, and then I see him, and then he hug up on. I said, "Hold on, young blood." I was like, "Hold on now, don't start this." I said, "We don't want no problems," and you're like, "No, this my wife, this my wife." I was like, "No." I said, "Show me some proof." That joker had to go dig through his phone to find out, to show me. I said, "Cause look, Miss Pat don't play that." And I think that solidified, I think, a friendship between me, you, and your wife,
yes,
of just that laughter, and that laughter being a medicine, and then really showing that we're part of the same family.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else you'd like to share with us, Coach?
I just want to say thank you for Lawrence County. It's going to be an exciting year. I'm blessed to be here.
Ryan, it is a pleasure. We're excited about what you're bringing to the table. You've got a lot of great wisdom in your youth. There are things that you've gone through and been through to where it makes it easier for you to be able to relate to these young men and to really help guide them in the right direction. So there's no way we're going but up over here on the east side.
Yes, ma'am. That's the plan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Coach Ryan Selby. It's been such a great day just having the opportunity to go around the halls of East Lawrence High School, meeting some of the new staff members here. And we've got Miss Kelly Langford with us. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good to see you.
It's great to be here. I'm excited to be a Falcon.
We're glad to have you here in Falcon Country. Give us a little back history about you, and tell us about your family. Tell us about where you went to school and where you taught, and what that experience was like for you.
I was born and raised in Wilkinson County. I graduated from high school there, went to Georgia College, got my undergrad in public health, went back and got my MAT in biology. So I came here to East Lawrence this year. It's my 5th year teaching, actually. However, I was at Wilkinson County High School, went back home to teach for the last 4 years, and I was a biology teacher over there. Enjoyed it, loved my kids, loved my community, but I wanted to go do something different and get away from home.
And Burke brought you over here.
Not quite, but I respect Coach Burke and his leadership, and I'm
for sure. And to a familiar face, and to have him at the helm of this school, and then you here, that's wonderful. So talk to us about your teaching style and what's changed about you through the years in education.
So my first year teaching was actually COVID year, so I was all online. So that was interesting. I taught a lot of ceiling fans and black screens, conducted a lot of seances that year, seemed like.
Hair bonnets and everything.
Yes. So that was interesting. Of course, it was all online, but I avoid online for the most part. I'm very hands-on. I like for them to do activities and labs, and they're not going to do too much work in my classroom behind a computer.
And so for you, of course, this is the first day. And just getting used to being here at East Lawrence and some of the rules and with pre-planning, has that been a smooth transition for you?
Yeah, everybody here has been great. The kids here are great. I'm really enjoying them, and I love getting to know them. And my coworkers are awesome.
And here it is here. You can't see them, but these kids are working. Look like they've got some worksheets here. And for the first day, what are you working on here for this first day and first week with your students?
For today, it's all about rituals and routines, letting them know what I expect of them and kind of what my structure is going to be like. Instead of me reading the syllabus to them, they're reading it in groups and answering questions about it, and then we'll talk about it. So they don't just have to listen to me ramble on.
So here it is. You got them working together. So this is part of that teamwork there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for you, a lot of times now, I've said this before, teachers tend to teach the way they learn.
You know, it's funny, I've heard that a lot, and I'm more auditory. I can sit and just get something.
What?
But I teach more kinesthetic.
Yeah, and that's the way I learn, because if I had to be like you, Miss Pat gonna be in some trouble. Yeah. and how do you make the subject matter that you teach, how do you make it come alive? How do you make it relevant? How do you make it interesting for the kids?
Oh man, it's so easy to connect biology to the real world because biology is the study of life, right? Mm-hmm, so it's so easy you can connect it to DNA test on the Maury show to kind of hook them and draw them in.
You are not the father.
Yeah, exactly. So I like to play a clip of that when I introduce genetics and heredity.
Gosh. And you know how fun and cool that is for you to be able to bridge that gap, because we talk, you know, there's a big difference in generations and the way our think tanks are, depending on how we're raised in the environment that you're in. And so what we're seeing here is that you're taking all of that into consideration, and you're showing a way to teach every person in this class.
Yeah, that's absolutely my goal, and I want them to all, you know, enjoy it and come away with learning of and a love of science.
And so what do you want to say to their parents? Because, you know, they're here, your students are here for many hours a day. And what's important to parents is to make sure that their kids are in a safe environment and they're getting a quality education from someone who truly cares. So what do you want to say to the parents?
Thank you for trusting me with your babies. Thank you for putting them in my hands. I'm going to take great care of them. I'm going to teach them to the best of my ability. I'm going to work them hard, push them to their limits, and they're going to come home with a new wealth of knowledge.
Girl, they're going to be going home and telling the parents all the new stuff that they learn, because you're truly making this relevant. You're making it interesting, so they're not just hearing it, but they're digesting it, and they're able to apply this to real life.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else you'd like to share with us?
That's all for now.
Girl, it's been a pleasure. You know, glad to have had you come over here from Wilkinson County. We know you're going to do great things here. We're excited about you being a part of the team, and we can't wait to see how this year goes for you.
Can't wait to see how it goes either.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been such a great day here at East Lawrence High School. This is the first day of school. We've been going through up and down these halls and just seeing the faces of the students and the teachers here and the staff members, and we're so excited for this 2024-25 school year. Thank you all for buying in. Thank you all for the sacrifices that you make for your children. Thank you for being a part of this team with us. We could not do this without you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have here for Team Lawrence, where we continue to grow great students.